Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Memo video. You're gonna love this video. I had a good time making it. As you can see from the title, this video is called What Should I Get Paid? Or you could say, How much should I be paid? Right? A lot of people feel like they aren't paid what they're worth, which is very understandable, yet they continue to stay in the same situation that they're currently in on purpose. Right. Now you may say some people don't have a choice. They have to go to work. Bills have to be paid. Food has to be put on the table. Gas has to be put in the car. Things of that nature. I understand that. But whether you know it or not, you consciously make a choice to stay in that situation. And after watching this video, since you know something better does exist, even if you didn't know beforehand, you know now. So you don't have to stay in that current situation. Okay. Now, it happens very, very often, and we know it. People even sit around and have talks. They have group discussions about how much they hate their job or how hard the work is, or maybe the work is not hard, okay? Maybe the hours are just long, right? But people stand and actually talk about it instead of talking about a way to get out of that situation. And that's the problem. The energy is being put into the wrong place. Now, first thing we're going to talk about is energy, right? The secret to this is, you ready? It takes just as much energy for this person on the left to make $15 an hour as it does for this person on the right to make 500 bucks a day. Okay. It takes just as much energy to make 15 bucks an hour as it does for this person to make 500 bucks a day. Right? The thing is, if this person on the right has an efficient system in place, they don't even have to work a full 8-hour day. They don't choose to. Now, this is not a video guaranteeing some kind of income claim. I don't do that. But what I will say is it's possible, and other people have done it. People make $500 is peanuts. Like, you have people out here making, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 bucks a day that have systems in place. I mean, they don't own large corporations. I'm not talking about those kinds of people. I mean, like regular everyday people who probably don't have any employees, maybe one, okay, and they make bukus of money. And it's very possible. People before watching this video maybe didn't know it was possible, but now you do. Now let me give you an example, okay? Hard work has little to do with it. People who put efficient systems in place, they do put in groundwork. They always put in groundwork. And a lot of times these people will work 10, 12, 15 hours a day just to get everything set up. They're not lazy. But the lazy part of them is what makes them want to set up a system so they don't have to work as hard. And then you take this person over here, regardless of how hard they work that day, how many phone calls they answer, how many orders they place, whatever it is they do, they still make the same amount and get incremental raises over time, right? It just doesn't make sense to rely on this formula all the time for your entire well-being. It does not make sense at all when you know there are people who use this side of the equation, make a lot more money, and can work a lot less hours. Now, the example for this person on the left doesn't even need to be given. This is somebody who works a job, you work, and then you get paid. Sometimes you work 2 weeks and then get paid. But this person over here, let's just use the classic example of McDonald's, okay? The franchise owners, they don't go in McDonald's. They don't flip any hamburgers. They don't do any hiring. They don't interview people. They don't do anything. They buy a franchise or 2 or 3. They set up the system that McDonald's already has in place to run efficiently, and they sit back and watch it go to work and let it make money for them. Only thing they did in the beginning was invest money, which I think it cost quite a bit of money to start a McDonald's. But they invest money and they invest time and they put in groundwork, right? Now, people may be saying, oh, I don't have, bukus of money to start a McDonald's. That's besides the point. The point is, people say it all the time. It's a multi-billion-dollar company, and it's a well-oiled machine run by teenagers. And you guys know how passionate I am about people making a bunch of money doing what they love. Okay, and it's very possible. And people even take it so far as to do this with network marketing. Like, that's how powerful and simple this whole thing is. People will become a part of a network marketing company or network marketing organization, put in some groundwork for, the first couple of months, and then sit back and let the system do the work for them. Or sit back and leverage the hard work of others, which, people say, oh, that's not right. People are making money off me. People make money off you every day when you shop. People make money off you every day when you go to work and clock in. Okay? When you shop, when you buy an iPhone, Apple makes money off of you. Right? If you work at a vehicle manufacturing plant, if you work at a Ford plant, a Chevy plant, whatever, they make money off of you. Even if you work somewhere doing sales, okay, you make a percentage. The company makes money off of you, off of your efforts. Everybody does. It's the same business model. It's just some people decide, you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to stay and work. I just, I want to work. I want to work, and then get paid. And hopefully they pay me what I'm worth. But then people on this side know that they're worth a lot more, so they actually do something about it. Okay? So with all that said, I want to leave you with one final thing to think about and let this sink into your mind as much as humanly possible. It takes the same amount of energy as it does to go out and be able to buy a Volkswagen as it does to go out and be able to buy a Bentley. It takes the same amount of energy, period. Don't let anybody tell you different, because it does. Okay? And with that said, please don't be lame, like I say in all my videos, and don't just leave a comment or a thumbs up. Okay? If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a video response. Leave a video response. You may agree with what I have to say. You may disagree with what I have to say. All right, speak about it. Okay, post a video reply. But as much as you want to argue me up and down all you want to, I'm right about this. It takes the same amount of energy to make, like I said, $100 a day or $15 an hour as it does for somebody that's making $5,000 a day, $5,000, $10,000 a day. It takes the same amount of energy. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day. Post your video response.